Over the years, when Jamaica experiences heavy rainfall, most of the water simply goes to waste. Floyd, Minister of Agriculture, said this in Parliament.
We will be also conducting repairs to catchment areas such as ponds and reservoirs so as to provide a sustainable water source for our farmers and farmers groups.
PNP Spokesperson Lotian Cousens welcomes that announcement.
I appreciate your reference to your intervention for catchments, and it's very important because it's like a catch-22 situation, Minister, for the farmers, because we have a period of excessive rainfall now, and then 2 months down the line, them experiencing drought. So I am very sympathetic to the farmers because come February, March, they'll be complaining about drought. And so we have to find a way, and a lot of Jamaicans must be wondering, how is it that we have so much rainfall, so much water this time of the year, and then come on next time of the year they can't get any water to water the crops? And so I appreciate your reference to the catchments, and I would implore upon you to look at, for example, the micro dams. We have 2 in southwest Clarendon. Take a look at the micro dams. There are micro dams there that can be utilized. The micro dams were introduced to Jamaica by Michael Mann in the 70s. And I believe they are very useful. They can be very useful. They can provide 2 options. One, it can help with the water runoff, excess water runoff in terms of storage of the water, taking the water off the field so that the farmers are not adversely affected. And 2, we store the water for future use so that come a few months' time, there's no issue as it relates to drought. And we have to try to find a way, because we can't control when rain falls, but we can take steps to ensure that when there is not enough rainfall, the farmers really receive sufficient water to water their crops. And so that's very important, Minister, and I ask you to look at that. We have 2 in southwestern Clarendon. You can come, look at them, tour them with me, and you can use them as a pilot project, a pilot program, to see how best we can. Because when the dams were initially introduced, the technology that was there wasn't sufficient, so there was a lot of seepage. But since then, I'm sure if you go to Jamaica Bauxite Institute, they can tell you that they have some new technologies now. Geotextile liner, geotextile membranes, you can use those now. And that will help us in terms of the storage of the water. So I ask you to, Minister, look at the usage of the micro dams and see how best we can use those dams to help the farmers.
That's Lotian Cousens, the PNP spokesperson on agriculture. He also made this revelation.
I know, Minister, that there's also an issue with the shortage of chickens, be it day-old chicks. For the last 2, 3, 4 months, we have been facing this issue. Christmas is coming. I know there will be an increased demand for poultry meat. So I'm asking the Minister to see how best he can address that issue as well. Because I'm being told by constituents and persons across the island that they are now marrying the chickens with the feeding. So if you can't buy the amount of feeding for the 25 chickens, then you can't buy the chickens at all. And a lot of farmers or small farmers can't continue to operate like that. So I'm asking the Minister to take the steps that are necessary to address this issue.
Lotian Cousens is ready to work with Minister Floyd.
It is commendable in terms of the government. The government doesn't owe the farmers any obligation, but the government has done what is responsible in responding to the needs of the farmer at the time. And so, Minister, I'm here to work with you, and I'm here to work. We're here to work together for the better of Jamaica, because guess what? The only way we can get out of this pandemic is to grow out of this pandemic. And the only sector right now that poses that possibility for us to grow out of the pandemic is the agricultural sector. And so the success of that sector inures to all our benefits. So Minister, thank you very much for what you have given to the farmers, and we look forward to working together. Thank you very much.
I'm Dudley Thompson for Roots FM News and also WDT Media TV. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. And again, thanks in advance. Thanks for watching and pleasant viewing.